declared rain. So we cut the line one off of that end and coupled on to the rear after running around. And that takes us back down to 11 on mine. Speaking of mine, our next stop of the trip today will be for the 11 on mine. So you folks have a gold, blue, or pink color wristband. That'll be your one and only stop. We'll be sure to call that out when we arrive. Now the railroad that you folks are riding on today is a reconstructed portion of the Georgetown Parkway and Leadville. It started at Memorial Central back in 1869. Then they played west of Denver, into Casper, Nevada, Clear Creek. The track racks on the Tulsa. Took all of the railroad first play of the narrow confinement of Clear Creek Canyon, all the way up by the frame. The track was finally reached Georgetown in the summer of 1877. Now, while the towns of Georgetown and Silverflume only lie about a mile and a half apart as the crow flies, it took nearly 7 years to build the railroad between the two towns. This was because of a very steep 640-foot elevation change between the two towns and a very narrow and rocky valley that made it be impossible to build a railroad between the two towns. Now, while our railroad had aspired to connect to both Breckenridge and Leadville, during that 7-year delay, a competing railroad, the Denver South Market Pacific, building to our south, ended up beating our railroad building to both Breckenridge and Leadville. Noting there was no farther longer any sense in building over the mountains to continue any farther west, our track relegated to Craymont, about 5 miles west of Silverflume by the time this news broke. So we opted to tear up the track back to Silverflume, making Silverflume the historic end of the line for our railroad. Now, while the GBNL was nothing more than a sub-engine branch line coming out of Denver, the track ended up reaching about 54 miles from Denver all the way up here to Silverflume. The line is now really miners for families and supplies in the mountains that bring the rich silver and gold ore, amongst other commodities, out of the mountains for processing, and mills that were located in Colvin and Denver. It wasn't just freight traffic on the line, but passengers as well. Back in the 1880s and 90s, it was considered very fashionable to have a sort of passenger train out of Denver Union Station, ride it up here to Silverflume for a little picnic lunch, and then catch a connecting train back into Denver in time for supper later that evening. At the height of passenger operations, there were 7 trains a day making round trips to Denver Union Station and Silverflume. Not a very good return on investment, considering the hybrid alone had cost the railroad $250,000 to build back in 1884. Now you may be wondering, as the rails were torn up, what are we riding on today? And that's a very fair question. You can see we're riding on a reconstructed portion of the original railroad. Now let's fast forward a few decades to the early 1960s. The Highway Department was looking for a new right-of-way for Interstate 70 to replace Highway 6 through the valley. Their plan was to build the interstate right up the valley floor. Had this taken place, it would have destroyed parts of Georgetown as well as the rich mining and railroad history that we enjoy here today. Society, Division of the Highway Department, moves the right-of-way. Interstate 70 up on the side of Republican Mountain, where you see it there today. Fast forward another decade, in 1973, tracks started to be relayed east, down grade from Soda Flume back to the site of the original High Bridge. And in 1984, 100 years after the original bridge had been completed, the new Devil Gate High Bridge was once again finished, linking both sections of our railroad. We've been running trains over the loop every season. Every season since the summer of 1985. In just a moment, we will be rounding Hinesville Curve, which is arguably one of the more scenic portions on our trip here today. As we round the curve here, if you're on the right-hand side of the train or outside of the curve, you'll get a great view of the upper Clear Creek Valley, the High Bridge in the distance, and Georgetown beyond, the trees clear. If you're on the inside of the curve or left-hand side of the train, you'll get a great view of our one foot of number 40 as it navigates this tight curve on our downhill trip. Also on the left side of our train here, you folks will notice this bowl-like indentation in the valley here. This bowl was known as the ballpark by early miners and settlers. All the trees in the valley here have been clear-cut, with all the trees from the valley gone. They decided to come up here and create themselves a little picnic ground, a baseball diamond. So they came up here and created themselves that baseball diamond here. And on Sundays, their only day out there in the week, they play a game of baseball, maybe against some of the rival minds up here in the district.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Now, some folks can argue it was the start of the Colorado Rockies here in the valley. However, we're not sure how they would compare to today's Rockies, as they were playing the minor league. That's okay, folks. Not even a single move from that one. I can just figure, folks, just like this time, I definitely continue to go downhill from here. Now, speaking of going downhill, we're in the steepest portion of track on our railroad here today with grades that exceed a little over 4%. This means roughly 100 feet of distance traveled, the track speed is dropped about 4 feet. So the locomotive at the end of our train will be approximately 14 feet lower than the last car of our train at the top of the ladder track. As we continue down the ladder, we're also passing through a large boulder field here. You'll see the large boulder was a significant obstacle to early track layers, as they had no heavy machinery to move the rocks in the right-of-way. It all had to be so by hand. So whatever rocks were too big to remove by hand, would have to be blasted out of the way. If you look closely at some of the large rocks beside the tracks, you'll notice the drill holes in them where the line was originally graded back in the early 1880s. One can only imagine what a seemingly impossible task it was when the first track layers arrived on the scene, trying to determine what would be the best way of building the railroad grade through this large field of automobile-sized boulders. Times in our descent back toward Georgetown. As we cross over Clear Creek, it's a great opportunity to get vision of the waterfalls on the creek. However, make sure that you hold your cameras high enough as the sides of the bridge like the photobomb, just like your train crew. Beyond the crossing of Clear Creek, we're going to be passing through a cut in the mountainside. As we pass through this cut, take a close look at the stone retaining walls on either side of the train. Note that these retaining walls have no cement or mortar holding the stone together. It's nothing other than friction and gravity alone, using a method known as dry stacking. These walls were originally laid by the Cornish and Wells miners in the area back in the early 1880s. The walls required very little maintenance over the last 140 years, with the exception of the two retaining bolts on the left-hand side, used to support the weight of Interstate 70 overhead. The walls stand to this day as a tribute to those Cornish miners and their superior masonry skills. As you folks probably noticed, we started to slow down a little bit here, and that's because we're approaching the Lebanon mine. Any folks that have a mine tour, that's the pink, gold, or blue color wristband. This is your one and only stop for those mine tours. We ask that you please remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop. Once the train has stopped, you guys will be entitled to disembark and start on your mine adventure. Once again, any folks that have a gold, pink, or blue color wristband, this is your one and only stop for all mine tours.